on Friday at that or not the press conference, sorry, that meeting between Lane Kiffin and Keith Carter felt like, I don't know when it ended, when it started.
Yeah.
But it was reported starting at 1 o'clock to noon Central Time. And I don't think the statement came out until like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And the words of the statement leads us to believe that Lane Kiffin's gone. I mean, that was kind of when I read it, I was like, okay, Lane's not going back to Ole Miss. Did you have that same impression or anything like that?
Well, because I mean, it's just like, how does that meeting get to an end and we get to that point where the statement's being put out and Lane still like what if Lane wanted to be there, wanted to sign an extension? The offers have been made. Like the leverage has been given. He's had the opportunity to kind of counter offer Ole Miss. If you still aren't willing to sign an extension, like what's going to change at this point? Why are you continuing to entertain these pursuits if you know
because it's Lane Kiffin?
I mean, maybe
that's the only thing.
And frankly, if so, like that's kind of irresponsible on his part because all it is, being a distraction for a team that has the potential to do something pretty special there. So, but I don't think that's what it is. I think Lane Kiffin probably is leaving, probably to Florida or LSU. So, yeah, I mean, I think, I don't see how you can feel like as an AD that you put out a statement saying our heavily pursued head coach, who is wanted by two of our conference rivals, will make a decision about his future 1 week from now, implying he hasn't made a decision and is not looking to like I don't know how you can release a statement like that and feel good about where you stand in the Lane Kiffin sweepstakes.
Yeah, I read that and I kind of got that feeling that, yeah, he's not coming back. I also just don't think he's going to LSU. And I think there's a chance where it's like he could go back up based off what was read there. It's just Lane Kiffin doing a bit of trolling. But here's the thing. Lane Kiffin's already put so much publicity, already distracted the minds of his players so much. The only way he goes back and it's like where they didn't distract the players was if he was like, he told the entire team. But if he told the entire team that he was doing this, it would have got leaked.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, 85 scholarship players,
no
plus the walk-ons, like, assuming he talks to the walk-ons, but plus the walk-ons, like, it would have gotten leaked by now. So it's just so much of a distraction for him not to leave, in my opinion. And I think LSU is just a smokescreen. I don't think he's going to LSU. I've heard from sources that LSU's just been a smokescreen the entire time, and I'm more worried about Ole Miss, and I just think everything points to the fact that you can't go back to Ole Miss at this point. Like, it's just too much for you to end up being like, yep, I'm staying.
Yeah, it's just really hard for me to buy he's doing all this just to like win the Egg Bowl and do the hero's welcome thing when he announces he's staying. Like, I don't think we're getting to the point where like he's kind of poisoning the well with Ole Miss fans. Like they're unhappy. They're getting very, and honestly, rightfully so. Like, I get it. I would feel the same way if I were them. And I probably will feel the same way if Florida hires Lane Kiffin and the Los Angeles Rams come calling in a couple years if Sean McVay decides he wants to hang it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever we're at a point where Lane Kiffin has an offer that, could potentially entice him to leave Florida, he's probably going to do this to us and I'll be annoyed like they are. But I don't really feel like nothing he's doing makes sense if he wants to go back. As far as the LSU of it all goes, I mean, you are more, you have more like sources on this than I do. I'm just kind of going off what is sort of in the public sphere and kind of trying to synthesize that info. And like, I don't think you can ignore LSU because it's a good job and they have a lot of money and he's their top candidate. Yep. So they're not going to go down without a fight. They're going to give, it seems like regardless of what Jeff Landry said, a month or two ago, it doesn't sound like they are afraid to hand out a massive, heavily guaranteed contract again here, a bigger one than what they gave Brian Kelly. It seems like is what they're willing to offer. So,
and over a 24-hour period, they offered him 3 different contracts.
Yeah. It's assuming the numbers.
And he signed every single one of them every day.
All of them are done deals. All 3 of them, they're 3 separate done deals. Yeah, I mean, I think that it just goes to show, like, man, all this stuff is fluid. Jimmy Sexton is a master at this. Everything you're hearing is because Lane's camp wants it out there. And I mean, I think to an extent, some of it's like LSU wants it out there. Like I think a lot of the LSU leaks, I think, are probably also coming from LSU side to an extent.
You know, I saw Shea Dixon, whatever it is, posting, talking about it. He said LSU's trying to keep things quiet, or he said LSU's keeping things quiet. And what do you know? Do they know the definition of the word quiet in Louisiana?
Yeah, I mean, again, unless all this stuff is coming from Jimmy Sexton, in which case I think that would help your theory that it's an LSU, that LSU is a smokescreen. Because certainly, like, I mean, I will say this, like, I think, you know, I remember hearing people say, like, and I think this was a prescient point at the time. I think I remember people like saying ahead of the Florida Ole Miss game, like, I don't like that there's this much smoke this early about Lane in Florida. Like, it makes me nervous that there's some smoke screen going on here. Well, I think that might have been fair at the time, but I think that now is something that LSU fans are kind of reckoning with themselves because, I mean, like I said, everyone was saying it was a done deal 2 days ago, and now today the whole narrative is, well, hey, Florida is still very much in this. You can't ignore Florida. Florida's still a player in this. Okay, man, I don't think, you know, I think there's some subterfuge going on here. Again, it's Lane Kiffin, and there's no one's going to know. Like, there's truly nothing he can do on Saturday or whatever that would surprise me. None of the three decisions would surprise. The only thing that would surprise me is if he goes to Penn State or something like that. Like, that's the only thing that would surprise me.
Penn State's keeping things quiet, so.
Yeah, they really are. But, no, I mean, I think, like, keeping things quiet, like Florida hiring the search firm. I mean, they said one of the reasons you do that is to keep things quiet. It seems like that's done its job because Florida has had remarkably few leaks. I mean, insiders saying something is one thing, but none of that has really made it to Pete Thamel or Matt Zenitz or anything like that, other than kind of in accompaniment with the LSU stuff that leaked. So, I mean, who knows, man? I know you feel good. I would be lying if I said I feel incredible, but I still think Florida's in a decent spot. And I think my kind of where I've been this entire time has just been like relaxed because no one piece of news that comes out, no single message board post is going to be the smoking gun. No tweet that's a troll from him means anything. Like, he's going to decide in the next few days what he's going to do, and we're going to find out what that decision is.
I mean, yeah, you put it perfectly. We'll find out what the decision is, and hopefully, some of this decision could be released a little bit earlier, so we don't have to wait all the way till Saturday. And what are the chances that Lane just announces he's leaving Ole Miss and doesn't say where he's going on Saturday?
I mean, I guess you can't discount it because that does kind of sound like something he would do. God, I almost hope he does just because I think it would actually break both LSU and Florida Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can.
And Ole Miss.
And Ole Miss Twitter.
Ole Miss fans would be hurt more than anyone.
It would be the most infuriating possible thing he could do for all involved.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you right there. I mean, I don't know how. At that point, he's going to the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just funny how no one's talking about that. Like, the fact that it does seem like there is at least like a tiny, tiny bit of Giant smoke there, but
I don't think so.
I don't expect it. I'm just saying, like, in the sense that, like, I think he's someone they've like at least have on some sort of list. It might be one of many, many candidates, but I think there's been at least that much connection there.
I'll say Lane doesn't like the cold.
No, he's never. I mean, has he ever coached north of
coaching the Rockies?
Did he?
Yeah, the Rocky Mountain. Yeah.
Where though? Wait, where was he at?
Am I confusing mountain ranges? The Rocky Mountains, Tennessee.
No, I might just be being stupid. Where I'm just forgetting what job are you talking about?
Tennessee.
Oh no, that's Rocky Top. The Rocky Mountains are in Colorado.
Wait, what are the Appalachian? Wait, what? Am I crazy?
The Smokies.
Smokies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smokey the This is. Yeah, I was just trolling him.
Yeah, that is a bad look.
I'm gonna go grab
Tennessee
some corn.
Fan comes in chat and you immediately call Rocky Top the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some corn. Not having to climb up the mountain though. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Okay, sorry for that bad joke. But no, I wouldn't. I'm not. I think if it's an NFL, it is the Dolphins. But again, I expect a decision to be made before then. I don't know how do buyouts work. If you're going to NFL,
Like, what do you mean?
like Marcus Freeman's buyout is reportedly a large sum of money, like
Yeah.
$30 million. Now, if Florida were to buy him out, that's $30 million. What if an NFL team wanted to? Would an
It's
NFL
still
team also
that.
have to pay that? Okay.
It's just like that's less of a like in the NFL, those are usually pretty manageable because your owner's a billionaire. So they
Oh
don't
yeah.
mind eating a $30 million buyout. Whereas like for Florida, that would actually be pretty prohibitive. But like for a billionaire NFL owner, they could care less.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes yeah, I understood the NFL billionaire stuff. I just didn't know if they have to pay the same buyout or if it's just like a clause where if like you come back to college, you can't do it or anything like that.
I mean, maybe there's some deals that like specifically stipulate a different buyout for leaving for a college job versus an NFL job. But
I
like,
know Todd Golden, his buyout for the NBA versus college is different.
I mean, that's very, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of jobs where that's the case, but like, I think, I mean, if it's not specified, then yeah, no matter where you leave, you owe the same amount.